Hello, hello, and welcome to the Energy Effect Live. We are here on a Tuesday again because yesterday was a holiday. So we are rescheduled for today. So welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here every single week to kick off the week with your number one priority for the week so that you can be focused and have your energy directed in the places that it's supposed to be for the most impact, so that you get the results that you want, so that you actually start to take action on the right things. Even though you're going to have squirrels, you're going to have all of the fires you're going to have to put out and other people's agendas and all of that good stuff. We still need to have our eyes on the prize, on the things that are most important to you, so that you start to feel that inner momentum and that inner drive that can drive you forward with what your top vision is for your life. Now, this week, the theme is confidence energy. And with confidence comes a lot of really unique things, because confidence isn't just knowing you're good at something. It isn't just having your superpowers turned on. It isn't just saying, I got this. It's also managing negative self-talk. It's also ensuring that you are thinking about what your limiting beliefs are and the things that will roadblock you sometimes, and saying, you know what? Yeah, I got this, but yeah, I know how to crush through these limiting beliefs and rise above those things that are holding you back, whether it's past trauma, whether it's things from childhood, whether it's that inner self-talk that has really become a pattern and become a habit that we need to break through. That's all part of your confidence energy too. And when you can have your confidence energy turned on, that will actually help drive you forward with your goals, because you not only do you know you can do it, but you don't have those inner barriers holding you back. But that will help you to create stronger relationships. It will help you to get more promotions and raises and more opportunities in your workplace, and help you be seen as a leader and help you really show up as the best version of yourself, which leads to all kinds of amazing, awesome things in our careers and our lives. Personally, it'll help you be a more confident partner and parent. It helps you feel good about yourself, helps you make better decisions. So your health and your physical wellness start to come into play there. So confidence really, really is so, so important. And it is really one of the 7 energies that I talk about with my flow formula. So if you've seen me speak on stage, you've seen my 7 energies and the framework that I use to help you drive results. It starts with your vision and what you want. Your strategy is the plan. Communication is how you're letting the world know what it is that you want. Relationships is having the right people around you, and boundaries around the people that aren't the right people to drive you forward. Confidence is what we're talking about today, and making sure that you know what you're good at, you own those things, and that you redirect and rewire that brain with a negative self-talk. Creativity is having fun in the process, having that release valve for all the pressures that build up, and letting your body, mind, and spirit sync back up in that spirit of fun and passion. And then motivation is making sure you stay on track. And motivation drives it all. So those 7 energies really do work together to create that flow formula toward the results that you want. And this week we're focusing on confidence. So on Wednesday, there'll be a brand new episode of podcast, which will focus in on it, and we'll dig into it. I already released this week's LinkedIn newsletter with a deep dive article on why confidence energy matters at work and how to turn it on. And then, of course, we have this live stream to help you really drive it forward and have your priority turned on for the week, and then ensuring that you've got an energy hack to make it happen this week tied to confidence. So let's dig into it. So I want you to think about your to-do list this week. What are all the things that are on there that really actually ladder up to your bigger vision, to the bigger to-do list, to the monthly or the quarterly or the annual goals that you have? I really want you to think about one thing that you could do by the end of the week, by Friday, that would help move one of those bigger goals forward. So it could be a personal goal, it could be a professional goal, but what is something that can actually help you move one of your very important goals for yourself forward this week? I want you to think about that. I want you to identify it. And then I want you to also write it down. I talk about this every week, but when you take something from in here and you make it visual, it also helps your brain, your reticular activating system say, okay, let's look for opportunities to make this real. Okay. So I want you to take it from here, but I want you to write that top priority for the week down. And I also want you to go tell someone about it after this. Go tell them what's that thing that you want to have done by Friday, because then you'll have the internal motivation and the external motivation as well. Okay. So you've got your priority for the week. Now, I want to have you think about your confidence and your superpowers, because we want to identify with that thing that you want to get done this week, What gift do you have already inside you that you know can help you make that happen? So let's say your number one goal for the week is to finally get a meeting scheduled for something that you need to make happen that's a bigger project. And you need to just get that meeting scheduled. And you've been delaying it because maybe you're too busy, your calendar is overwhelmed, you're maybe not ready to do the whole thing. So let's step back and say, what is a superpower you have that can make it happen? Well, maybe you're a really good multitasker. Maybe you're a really good listener. Maybe you're really good at identifying the right people to tie into a project. So that becomes your confidence driver for this priority that you have for the week. Let's say one of your personal goals is to get to the gym 3 times this week. Well, if one of your superpowers is that you've got a really good way of looking at bigger picture things and how that fits into your life, maybe you know that even though you don't love going to the gym, you know big picture that it's something that will slot in really well to help drive your bigger goals forward. That's a superpower you can use. Maybe you just need to clean out the garage. I use that example all the time. Maybe you've got a messy part of your house that needs to be cleaned or purged or whatever. Well, what is a superpower you have for that? Maybe you're really good at having people in your household help you out. Maybe you're really good at powering through when you're focused and you need a half hour because someone's coming over, you got to clean up and it's done. You can do that, and maybe that's a superpower you have. So think about a superpower that you have that can help you get your number one priority for the week done. Then I want you to take it a step further. I want you to think about the common negative voices that you hear in your own head sometimes. It could be excuses. It can be mean inner self-talk. You're not good enough. You're too old. You're too young. You don't look the right way. All those things that can come into play. Those are common roadblocks that will cut down motivation that are actually tied to your confidence. So you want to be sure that you have a plan to redirect those. So here's your redirect. Whatever that confidence energy was that you identified earlier, the one thing that you're good at to get to this week's priority done, every time you feel any negative self-talk, an excuse, a limiting belief, anything pop up in your head that says, I don't think you can get that done. You're too busy. You don't have enough time. You're too old. You're too young. You don't have all the things that you need to make this happen. Immediately stop yourself, rewire. You want to cut that thought off and say, no, I am the superpower that you identified for this week. I am organized. I am a great multitasker. I am a great big picture thinker. I am a good planner. Whatever that is, immediately shut down that negative thinking with that particular thought. And it won't happen overnight. It takes a lot of practice to start to rewire negative thinking internally that can tap into and hurt your confidence. But once you start practicing that and turning down that inner voice, the negative inner voice, and turning up the positive voices, over time, that will actually help drive your momentum, help push you forward, help really get you back on track to those results and the impact that you really want to be having. So there's a lot more we can be doing with confidence energy this weekend. We will be doing, go read the article that I posted yesterday on LinkedIn, go and download this week's podcast when it comes out tomorrow. And if you have any questions, please reach out. If you want other resources, I've got all kinds of things that can help you be more confident and help you with your 7 energies. I've got my podcast I've already mentioned. I have Masterclasses. I currently have a signature energy speech writing for leaders that we actually write your speech and get all of your speaker elements down so that you're having more impact on stage and more confidence as a speaker if you're speaking on behalf of your company at industry or company events. The newsletter, and of course, I'm a keynoter and a consultant. We can figure out how these 7 energies are at work in your workplace, which ones are potentially blocked and preventing innovation and hurting bottom line results. And then, of course, my speaking. That's my number one job is I speak for company events and association events. So if you or anyone you know want to dig into your 7 energies and how that impacts how you're getting the results that you want, specifically around confidence or any of the other 7 energies, please reach out. You can go to stan.store/the energy effect to get all the links, or go to my website at KristenBrownPresents.com. So I will leave you with one more little motivational piece of information, is to always remember that you have so many awesome superpowers inside of you. They just need to be turned on and turned up. And you need to turn down the negative self-talk. And over time, you can start to rewire your brain by interrupting the negative talk with those positive affirmations that we talked about earlier. So go be confident this week. Go after that one priority you have to get done by Friday that can move one of your goals forward. And I will see you next week.